Gosh, Noonan, it's a new day. I'm playing around with my intros. I thought maybe for this one we'll do my goofy impression, and it'll lead into me saying it's a new day. Gosh, Noonan, it's a new day. Pretty good opener if I do say so myself, but I'm the only one who says so because even though my podcast gets listened to a lot, I don't get a lot of feedback, y'all. Which I guess is normal for a podcast. Like, I listen to podcasts all day. I wake up, I turn one on. I go to sleep, I turn one on. During the day while I'm doing chores or driving, it's all podcasts. I listen to music only if I need to get into the hype zone. For me, it's all podcasts. But what I don't do is I don't have like a community. I'm assuming they exist. There's probably like websites. I'm sure Reddit is very big for podcasts. But for me, I just don't have a desire to get together with people and talk about liking a podcast. And I'm sure it happens. I'm sure it's very popular. But it's not like movies and TV and sports, all that, video games even. Like that medium is medium, right? That's what you're supposed to say? That medium? Medium? See, now I'm questioning which one it is. But either way, that is one of the places where you will talk about, like, you find a community. I've never found a community of people that like the same podcast as me. And really, I haven't even thought about doing it till just now as I am sitting here to record. Never crossed my mind. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should look for friends.
Know what would go great right here? Your ad, your business, your services. Or maybe just your rant about how roundabouts are crop circles by redneck aliens. Whatever you need to say, we'll help you say it. Contact noonandtimewithharold@gmail.com for more information.
And of course, I am thankful for all of our listeners and for the few people who tell me they listen to the podcast. You know, actually, I have gotten some feedback. That's a damn lie. I'm a damn liar. We're starting off with me being a liar. I had this dude reach out lately that told me how much he appreciated the way I talk about mental health. And that's like the best compliment, is that the serious stuff, like, I know the funny stuff is hilarious. Like, everyone loves the jokes. It's the best way to spend your life is listening to me be hilarious. But I worry that I am too sensitive and too ushy-gushy-mushy about stuff to where the point people hate that and they turn it off. But like when I go through my episodes that are the most listened to, they're all the serious ones. The meth-isode, the ones talking about what happened to me in religion, my mental health episode, I think it's like the mental health-isode is what it's called. Actually, I don't think it is called that. The meth-isode is called the meth-isode. It doesn't matter. You can look this up. So I guess I need to be prouder of myself is the point of this. I do feel like there should be a community of thousands of people who get together to talk about how much they like my podcast. So if someone could get that going, that'd be awesome. And like send like questions and stuff. Let's make me more popular. Because you've got a busy life. I understand that. You've got all the stuff you're struggling with. Really hard. It's a lot. But what really matters is that I feel a sense of purpose when I entertain. That's all, baby. I kid. Today's topic, I guess what we're going to talk about today is me being sensitive. I have all these ideas for podcast episodes, but I need co-hosts and I need to do interviews and stuff for that. And as the weeks get going, it's tougher to do that because everyone is a lot busier than me. I work very few hours a week. I just get paid a lot for those hours. But I have a lot more free time. So again, if you want to get on here and me just spitball some topics with you, awesome. We can talk about road work. We can talk about traffic. We can talk about what your favorite church is. We can talk about old family recipes that your great grandma sent down from generations to generations. Anything. We can talk about chores. I've been doing chores all day. You can hear it probably if I just shut up enough. You can hear laundry running or the dishes running or my cat's making noise in the cat tree. Like there's stuff, like it is an active environment over here in Harold Town today because I'm staying busy, baby. My girl Hanley, she great. She does so much. She needs to chill out a bit and not chill out like emotionally. I'm not saying like, oh, you're a woman, chill out. I'm saying she needs to do more to like not take care of, like she needs to do more fun stuff for herself is what I'm trying to say and doing a bad job. I wish that she would do more fun things like go play some video games in the bathtub while drinking 12 bottles of wine. That's what I want for her. That's what any man would want for the love of his life. But she's so busy and she stays so busy. And yesterday, while I was at improv and I was teaching improv, I got home and she had cleaned our bathroom nicer than I have ever seen a bathroom be cleaned. And she spent hours working on it, did such a good job. And that inspires me. It's not like, oh, I feel like I have to do chores now because she did chores. But it's like one of the rooms is so clean in the house, it bothers me that the rest of them aren't as clean. And I have the time to try to make them as clean. And I can't get close to it because she just has an attention to detail that I don't have. Not in cleaning, but in life. Her attention to detail is just crazy impressive. And mine is a slobby old slob bitch. I couldn't think of anything else to call it. Unnecessary cussing. I apologize. So, yeah, inspiring. She inspires me in a lot of ways. But the one we're talking about right now is her cleaning. Well, you know what? Maybe I should get off this topic, but love her. Love how clean that bathroom is. And the rest of the house is getting there. Slowly but surely. I obviously had to take a break to come here and record on Ye Old Podcast. So I've been looking around, right? I've been trying to see what's going on in Noonan that's worth talking about. And there's definitely things that happened. Market Day is back. That's gonna be exciting. That's gonna be part of the norm now. We've been waiting for Market Day. I know people love it. I like Market Day. I don't love Market Day. I'm just like a bad person. Like I consume the popular things and I shop the Amazon and I do things like that. I'm not good at justifying buying fun knickknacks and things like that. So maybe I'm not a bad person. Maybe I'm just frugal. I'm a frugal spirit. Like I wish I had the money to go to Market Day and be like, yo, I'm going to buy your whole market. I'm going to buy that whole tent. I'm taking your chair. Like I want to be able to do that. And I've definitely gotten stuff there. I've gotten like a magnet tentacle. Like it's a magnet that goes on your fridge and then it's a giant octopus tentacle. I've gotten earrings. I've gotten soaps. I've gotten coffee. But I don't spend as much money. I don't spend enough money at things like market days and markets to where it's built into my schedule. And, you know, I know it's beautiful out and it's fun to go and walk around. I used to go around downtown Noonan and take posters and stuff for upcoming plays that I was involved in, improv shows, musicals, things like that. And we would always do it on market day, the Saturday of the market day. So when you went, there would be so many people. And that was always really exciting. And it was fun to see, like to be there to see market day, but also have another task going on. So I didn't feel like I'm going from market to market and saying, no, I'm not going to buy anything here. Sorry. It was like, oh, I'm stopping by, but I'm also promoting something that's important to me. That is when I like market day. And again, I like market day. Oh, if you're a small business owner, I like you. Of course I like you. I'm a small business owner. We're tiny business owners together. We're so small and tiny, and we smush up in a little ball and make a big business. But that's us. That's what we do. We have each other's backs. So market day's around. We've still got all the crazy stuff from East Coweta. Thankfully, there hasn't been an update. At least I don't think there's been an update since the last I looked. Let's pop on over. I know, and I'm not saying this is for sure him, right? But there is someone on Facebook with the name Steve Allen. It says principal of school at East Coweta High School. It looks like his profile. It's got 7,000 followers. And since the arrest news broke, they have posted on Facebook a few times. Their last one was February 26th, so it's been a little bit. But yeah, if you look up Steve Allen, you look up in Noonan, you'll find someone who fits that description, and it seems like them. And again, I don't know personally that it is the Facebook, so I will not say this is him posting these things on Facebook. But if it is him, interesting stuff. It's all very encouraging. It's stuff about him thanking people for being there to support him. He says, my heart is in the right place. For some people, perception is reality. Love, Chief. I believe in you all. Like, it's encouraging things. Again, I don't know the guy. I don't know any of... I obviously don't know any insider information that isn't out there readily available. And funnily enough, I've been messaged about it. Like, do you have the dirt? What's going on? Can you tell us specifically? And maybe those are the people that think that I am the newspaper, which is always hilarious when I get messages about the assumption being that I am the newspaper. I am not the newspaper. It very clearly says Noonan Time with Herald. That is not the name, the Noonan Times Herald. It's different enough to where you are a fool if you message me thinking I'm the newspaper. But sometimes, like when I post a review that isn't the most flattering review, I'll get these messages of people just so mad, like, well, how is the paper going to run down a business like that? You guys should be ashamed of yourselves. And I tell all of them, I'm not the paper. I'm a parody. Check your sources, baby. I would never claim to be the paper. Never. I wouldn't claim to be anything other than what I is. So again, nothing huge new updates as far as the arrest situation goes, which is probably a good thing. Let everything simmer. Let everything get dealt with. We'll get news when we need to get news. But then there's other news that happened. No bond for man accused of threatening school board members on social media. There was a guy who was posting about people of the school board being executed for treason. Oh, that's that homeschool tongue. What was my point? Yeah, he was posting about that, and he was taken into custody. He got arrested for talking about school board members being executed, which, good. You should not be saying those things. I don't think he's going to spend like a life in prison. That would be a little crazy. I think he was caught up in his emotions. I don't think he was seriously considering violence. But hey, you know what? Same thing as usual. I don't know the person. Maybe they really got it out for them. But my assumption would be caught up in the frenzy of social media and said something you shouldn't have said, which we've all done that. I tell you what, I used to drink a lot of wine and take Ambien to sleep. And when the wine and the Ambien hit at the same time and you don't fall asleep, like if there's something else that's been mixed, like maybe something like you got the TV on too late, or you just did something really exciting so your adrenaline's pumping, or you've had a lot of caffeine that day. If you're going to stay up while on red wine and Ambien, you're going to say things you don't want to say. You're going to message people you don't want to message. And I didn't do anything horrible, but I definitely said things. And then the next day I'd be like, wait a minute, I don't remember saying that. I need to not abuse this drug. I need to be a lot safer. And this is years and years ago. I would buy stuff. Like the next day, something would show up from Amazon. I'd be like, what? When did this happen? Oh, I guess I bought that while on red wine and Ambien. Which brings us to our next topic. A Clayton County firefighter arrested on charges of terroristic threats, family violence. That's not Noonan. That doesn't count. Coweta hoarding case suspect surrenders 2 poodles in Fulton County. Yeah, somebody who's already been charged with issues about animal hoarding and animal cruelty had more animals, and they're worried that he's still being active in that situation. All of these articles I'm reading straight off the Noonan Times Herald, because for your real news, baby, you don't come to Harry, you come to the Noonan Times Herald. Yeah, that works. Sometimes it takes me a hot to go second to get my amazing nicknames out, but I always get them. That's the important thing to remember about me. Do I struggle and do I sound like a fool most of the time? Yeah, but eventually we get somewhere. And that brings us to today's topic, which is going to be just me talking about this to just try and see if I can figure out if this is true or not. But am I too sensitive? That's That's what we're looking at here today. Am I Harold Lees, the conveyor belt of men, whatever that means? Eventually we got there. We'll figure it out. Am I too sensitive? Yes, I am absolutely too sensitive. I know this about me. I've known this about me for a long time, and it is something I actively am working to correct. I don't want to be too sensitive. And I understand there's a middle ground of having sensitivities, which is a great thing, and then being too sensitive. My main problem is I react too quickly when I am sensitive. I am really bad about letting something simmer. Like if I have a jealous or I won't say if, when, because I have gotten a lot better at handling this, but like jealous or insecure or self-degrading thought, instead of going, hey, let's think about this. Let's see, let's just let it sit for a while because hard things pass. I react. I feel like I have to say something about this as soon as possible. I have to get it out of my head. I have to either ask for some clarification, or I have to get a compliment, or I have to just talk about it. I used to be so painful on social media, just constant barrages of me being insecure and sad and talking about all my feelings. I used to be an annoying boyfriend. I know that. I used to be an annoying dad, an annoying friend. Like, I would be annoying about it because when I feel something, I am so bad about letting it sit and stir around. Can you relate to it? How do you handle it? And it's never like, I won't say never, not anymore. It used to be anger outbursts and interrupting people and me just being so insecure or feeling guilty about whatever I'm feeling that I have to fight someone into making me feel better is how I used to handle it. And then I stopped being like that. A lot of work, it took a really good relationship and it helped me get out of that cycle. Therapy, stuff like that. Discipline, journaling. I do a lot of journaling. It helped me get out of that cycle of I can't argue someone into making me feel better. I can talk to them about it though. And then I got to the point where, okay, I need to talk about it, so I need to talk about all of it. And I don't think that's true either. So now I'm at the point where I don't talk about it all the time. I don't do anger outbursts. I haven't had a fight with somebody in I think not even this year. I haven't gotten into arguments. I'm just doing really, really well at just chilling and staying cool. But I still think about it a lot. I still think about the fact that I am doing an episode today about am I too sensitive? Based on the fact that somebody said something on social media and it's made me think, am I too sensitive? And the fact that I need to talk about it now shows that I haven't grown that much, but I'm in the process of growing. So let me give you the skin. The skin of the hand. Let me give you my hand skin. Let me rub my hand on you. So I'm part of, we talk about it on here. We did a whole podcast episode about it, the Chatty Men of Noonan Facebook group. And I like being active. I like commenting. I like making posts. But I am so bored by what men usually talk about. I'm going to try to do this episode without naming any names because this is our private group. I'm not going to say anybody's names that are in this besides me. You know I'm in it. I'm not going to, this is private. Right? That's a Facebook group. It's set to private. You don't get to know all the secrets and the cute things we talk about. But I get bored. I get bored with car talk, and I get bored with food talk. I get so bored with talking about food and where is a good place to eat, and which is surprising considering how much I make fun of Sprayberries. But holy moly, in a bucket of hands, I get so bored by it. My hands, the soft hands with the skin that we were talking about earlier. There's a whole bucket of it. What's the thing I was supposed to do a callback to earlier? Oh, the conveyor belt of men. I got to figure that one out still, don't I? Yeah, well, we'll get there. We'll get there. I just get bored. So I have taken it upon myself to try to make things interesting. And instead of asking questions that guys like to talk about, I ask sensitive questions. Some of the examples of things like on Valentine's Day, I posted a poll and a discussion about if people got to make love tonight or not on Valentine's Day. How did Valentine's Day end for everyone? Did you get to make sweet, sweet love? And I put a poll up, and the poll hit 108 votes. So I think there's other sensitive people there that want to talk about if they had sex on Valentine's Day or not. It's not just me. And I'll give you guys, hey, you know what? This is an exclusive. 33% of people said no, they did not have sex on Valentine's Day. 12% said yes, and then all the other percentage is some silly joke that's not a serious answer. But the highest percentage is no, which means a lot of fellas out there, percentage-wise, did not get to have sex on Valentine's Day. And that is a shame. I need to go and make up for it. I need to run, let the guys get through it. The conveyor belt of men. There you go. I got it. See? Servitude. I do sex, marry, kill games on there. I ask, why shouldn't someone date you? These are just some of the amazing topics. I ask for people's first kiss story. Like, come on, men, let's talk about your first kiss. Because I like that kind of stuff, you know? That's what I consider fun. And I'm not going to go through people's replies, but here's what I want to point out. You would be surprised at how many men do like talking about these topics. Am I too sensitive? Yes. Am I a sensitive little bird and I like talking about sweet, silly, sweet, lovey things? Yes, all of that is true. But so are you, dude. Yeah, you're listening to this right now. You're sitting there in your Ford F970. That's like the ultra rare of a Ford F-150. And you're thinking, what is my first kiss story? You're thinking, how long is my longest relationship? You're thinking, have I ever been cheated on? All topics that I have brought up in the men-only group. You're thinking, did I make sweet love on Valentine's Day? Or was I alone? Even though you don't want to think about it, and even though you might not talk about it with me, you men out there, you know you're thinking about it. There's nothing wrong with that. You men know it. You guys know it. When I post those questions, people respond. Do I get mocked a lot? Do I get told that I'm making it feel like a chatty noon women group? Yeah, of course I do. Am I proud of that? Yeah, because you know what? And I will tell you this. I've been poked fun of and made fun of a lot for doing that, which is okay. Bring it on. I love it. So I've then posted things like, hey, what do you guys think is going to happen in the Super Bowl? What's your favorite Star Wars movie? Do you have a story about fighting a bully? And anytime I post that kind of stuff, doesn't really get a reaction. Nobody really wants to talk about it. It's easy. It's easy to respond to that kind of stuff and talk about movies and fights and sports. But that's not what we want to talk about in the real world, my friends. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to talk about the stuff that nobody wants to talk about. One of my favorite comments I got when I was asking if anyone's ever been cheated on and how they work through it. Again, it's important to note I'm not being cheated on, and I'm not going through dealing with being cheated on. Me asking questions, and I do it everywhere. I do it on my personal place. I'm a sensitive boy. I like to talk about sensitive things. I'm not being cheated on. I just want to hear other people open up about it. But one of the comments I got, when I just wanted to know if people were being cheated on, is someone said, pretty sure you're almost a female. Because I want to be there for you. You know what I need to do? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to start the sensitive, chatty people of Noonan. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Because that's what happens when somebody feels dismayed about a Facebook group, is they go make a new version of chatty. Because everybody wants to be the queen. And I want to be a queen. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the sensitive chatties of Noonan. And what we're going to do is we're only going to talk about personal, sad stuff. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to make that Facebook group, the Sensitive Chatties of Noonan. And it's going to have a one member. It's going to be me. And I'm going to have a great time. I hope you had a great time today. Today was a weird one, I have a lot of ideas for the podcast episodes. But right now, my ideas are dependent on other people. But they're going to come and they're going to be delicious and you're going to love them. But right now, we just sucking on the sweet bone marrow of whatever I got going on. And today, what I got going on is dealing with a crisis of, am I too sensitive or am I just the right amount of sensitive? Am I a baby bear, which is too sensitive, or am I a baby kitten, which is just the right amount of sensitive? Would you rather be locked in a chatty Facebook group with a man, a baby bear? Oh shit, what was that? Honking at me. I messed everything up. Or a kitten. Let me know, I guess. I live. I die.